Okay, this is going to be a video tutorial on how to set up Classroom. We're going to be experiencing Classroom both from the instructor point of view and from the student point of view in this workshop, and there's going to be time to work as well. So what you'll do is you'll go to your waffle in your email. This is what I call the waffle, and there will be a Google Classroom setting right there. And so when you click that, it will take you right to your Google Classrooms. And these are classrooms that I have set up for different reasons. And I've actually been a student in this one and in this one over here. But we're going to set up our own. So once you're on the screen, you will see a plus sign. Click that plus sign. And there will be a join class or a create class. And you'll want to click, when you're creating your own, a create class. Now, in our district, we have our classroom linked to our student information system, which, for example, Skyward or Pinnacle or some other student information systems, but I'm not doing that right now, so I'm going to skip that. And then we come to this. And I'm going to call this Creating Your Own Virtual Class. Now, when teachers do it, they will actually do different sections. And so, like, if you're teaching secondary, you might have one for period 1, period 2, period 3. Or, like in our elementary, we have a split class where we have one teacher that teaches grade 3 and 4. So she has grade 3 social studies, grade 3 spelling, grade 3 English, grade 3 science, and so on. And then one for grade 4. But even if you're not under those scenarios, if you have a specials class, if your kids go to specials and you want to link in your specials teachers into your classroom, you can create a section that says music, art, PE, that kind of thing. So I'm not doing that this time, but that's where you would do that here. And then I'm going to click create, and it's creating. And there we go. Now, if you want to, we're going to go back to that original screen where all the classes are, and you can see that's where the class is. And there are, in Google, you may know this already, but in Google, there are 3 dots periodically throughout different features of Google. That just means that you have more options. And here, if we wanted to move our classroom, provide an invite link, and so on and so forth. We could also create a folder. I don't want to do that right now. And we could also, create a folder here, and this would be Open Gradebook for our class, which I will show you that later. But for right now, we're just going to open it. And you will notice at the top here, there is stream, there's classwork, there's people, and there are grades. So the stream is basically the catch-all where you will communicate with your class. You will provide announcements, links. It's just basically a calendar of what's going on. And the nice thing is, you have a generate meet link right here. So if you wanted to Google Meet with your class, you could do that right here. This is also a class code. And you could all join my class right now by typing in this code. And that's how, there's 2 ways to join this, have your students join. You could do it by code. So like if your class all had a Chromebook, they could go to Classroom. You could put this code right up on the dot camera, and then they would type that in. Or you can physically enter them yourselves, which is what we're going to do in this workshop. Pause for dramatic drinking of the water. Okay, moving on. So I just wanted to give you a quick overview of Classroom on this video. So this is basically where you're going to make announcements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a different theme here. Let's see, which one do we like best? There's not many to choose from. I like this one the best, though. We'll put that there. You could also upload a photo if you wanted to as well. So welcome to Create Your Own Virtual Class. workshop. I could include an attachment if I wanted to. I could, if I had multiple classrooms, I could make this announcement apply to multiple classrooms that I might already have. I don't want to do that. Or I could, if I had different students, I could isolate this announcement to 1 or 2 or 3 students rather than all the students, but I don't. So then over here, you have options for posting. You can schedule a posting, or you can just save it. Like if you're typing something and then you get interrupted, you could save it as draft and then come back to it later. But we'll go ahead and post this right now. So you can see, there it is. There's the posting. And then I could comment on this, or students could comment on that announcement as well. This is the tab where you're going to assign work to your class, okay? You might have a folder in your drive that you could create and put all your assignments in there. I don't recommend doing that. But you could create assignments. You could assign work to your class here and create your assignments here. So I'm going to click this plus create. And then what I'm going to do, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put an assignment in here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go to my Google Drive. There is a form in here that goes really well. We're going to do this in our workshop. But there is a form in here that I'm going to just add just so you can see. Oops. And then this is optional like it says, but I'm going to go ahead and put instructions. Please click on the Google form and answer all questions as completely as possible. Okay. And then once you have that, go ahead and create. Let's see. And then you click this. And then there's other options over here. You can assign this assignment to specific students. You can assign a points value. You can put a due date. You can put assign it to a topic. And then there's a rubric section here. You can create, reuse, or import a rubric from Sheets. I'm not doing any of that, but now I'm just going to assign that. And there we go. There's an assignment there. And it's that easy. And for doing this, I recommend that you stay in the Google suite of products in order to make it, quote unquote, talk better. So, for example, instead of uploading a Word doc, I might upload a Google Doc. Instead of uploading a PDF, I might use a Google Doc. Or instead of doing an Excel sheet, I might do a Google Sheet, that kind of thing. People. This is where you can assign students. And you can also share your classroom with other teachers. And this is where you would, like if you had that specials teacher I was talking about, I might invite the PE teacher, just put in their email. And if you're a Google school, by typing their name, they'll come right up, like in our school. You can also type in students, your students' names, and they'll come right up as well. This is the invite link. So instead of using the code, what you could potentially do is you could take this, copy and paste it into an email. And then what you could do is once the recipient receives that email link, they would click it and then they would join the classroom. So there's multiple ways to join the classroom. The other thing you can do, it's the same thing. Just click invite here. And then this is the grade book. I don't have any students, so it's really hard for me to show you this, but this is something we will experience together. The other thing you have is the gear, and that gear in all Google Suite products just means more settings. And then This is like that first screen that we saw when I first created the classroom. This gives you the invite link, the code once again, and the class view for displaying the code. You can change whether or not students can access this or post and comment on the stream. And you can change the settings there. You can show attachment and details of your classwork on the stream. So you can show deleted items on the stream, Guardian summaries on the stream, and then grading stuff on the stream as well. But what I want to do is I want to go back to the stream for a minute, because what it does is it shows the assignment not only here when we created the assignment, but on the stream and the announcements, it shows the whole assignment. And it shows how many have turned it in, and it shows how many have been assigned. And if you had like 20 students in here, you would see that 0 students have turned it in, but 20 are assigned. If you made sure all 20 got it, you could change it to 3 people only being assigned the assignment. But I'm going to go back to the settings for a minute, because I'm going to change a setting in here. The classwork on the stream, I'm going to show condensed notifications and save that. And now what we'll do is go back to the stream, and here's the condensed notification. Marvin Taylor posted a new assignment, creating your own class. Remember I told you about those 3 dots? You can edit that or copy link. But I like the condensed because I got the full assignment here. Right? I don't need the full assignment here as well. But in the stream, students will read that and say, oh, my teacher just gave me an assignment. I'm going to go to classwork, and okay, there it is. So that's how I would do it, set it up. And then what will happen too, because I've experienced this as a student, what will happen is assignments will become due dates on your Google Calendar. So like here's my Google Calendar. And I don't know if I put a due date in here. I don't remember putting a due date. No due date right here. Let's edit this. And let's go with a due date of, let's see, the workshop's the 18th, so I'll make it the 18th. And we'll put 6 p.m. That's when the workshop's over. This is something new I didn't know, the check plagiarism. That's kind of cool. We'll save that. And now you'll see a due date of March 18th, 6 p.m. If I were a student, oh, there it is. Because I'm a teacher, it came right up. Assignment, creating your own virtual class questionnaire. There's the link for getting it done. There's the link to the assignment, I mean. And it just makes it really easy. So if you're especially in secondary and high school, if your kids are actively using their Google Calendar, this is pretty cool. I love this feature right here. So that's just an overview of Classroom. And what we're going to do is we are going to, how can I say this? We're going to create our own classrooms, and you're going to put your students. That's why I wanted you to bring a class list to this workshop. But I'm also going to send you invites into my classroom so you can experience it both from a student and from a teacher's point of view. What I've showed you in this video is from a teacher's point of view, but I also want you to experience it from a student's point of view as well, because that will really help increase your understanding of what your students are dealing with.